today's day one of the new Zoom. So that you're here, that's the great part. I'm glad
Okay.
you found it. Cool. Well, good to
Okay.
see you. Should we begin, Matthew?
Yeah.
Okay. And if kids join in, that's great. All right, I'm going to share the screen. We were at the end of chapter 5, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay. How have you been this morning?
Good.
Okay, good. All right, chapter 5, Big Bro Byron was lighting some army toys on fire. Mama got extremely upset, and this time I'm not playing. You are going to get burned. I'm going to punish you.
Yep.
What did Mama do once the little sister started crying?
She confronted. She said she wasn't gonna burn him.
Yeah, she changed her mind, and the little sister, Mama and her, started crying, and they're like, look, I don't want you to have to go to school, having gone through a fire just like I did when I was a kid. Let's start at the top. Actually, would you like to get started today? They wrestled like this a couple of times.
Oh my God! Wait, hold on. I can't see.
Oh, you can't? Okay.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Let's just keep on showing up every time I do. Okay, there.
Better.
They wrestled like this a couple times before Mama finally set all the burning equipment down and sat on the coffee table and pulled Joey into her. Let's see, is it a thing? Wait.
Oh, yeah, my thing's in the way. Hold on. Into her lap.
Into her lap. She swiped Joey's stupid bear away with the paper with the paper towel and rocked her back and forth a couple of times, going shh, honey, shh. When Joey finally stopped crying and blew her nose, Mama said, "Sweetheart, I'm so proud of you. I know you're trying to protect your brother and that's a good thing. I know you don't want to see him get burned, right?" Joey sniffled and said, "No, Mama. But honey, so
Some of the time.
some of the time Mama has to do things she doesn't want to do. Now you really don't think I want to burn Byron, do you?" Joey 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 had to think about this. The matches and the first aid stuff and the crazy look Mama had in her eyes made it seem like hurting Byron was exactly what he was doing. Mama wanted
From
to,
here?
huh?
I'll read the next part, and then you can do the next. I'll read this part, and then it'll be your turn. Take turns?
Yeah.
Okay. Good warm-up. That was a good warm-up for the morning. Nice going, Matthew. After Joey didn't say anything, Mama had to answer the question herself. No, dear, Mama doesn't want to hurt Byron, but I don't want you going to school smelling like smoke either. And I don't want you to see you or Kenneth or Daddy or Blackie or Tiger or Flipper or Flapper get burnt up either. And if that boy, Mama's voice, got strange again, and we all looked over at Byron, who was still being held on the couch by his own hands. If that boy sets this house on fire with this nonsense, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Mama's real voice was coming back. So, Joetta, don't you see how Mama has to help Byron understand how dangerous and painful fire can be? Don't you see we've tried everything and nothing seems to get through that rock head of his? Your turn.
Duetta thought about her stupid cat and goldfish is that
Yep, getting. Nice.
getting burned up and looked kind. Can I move this? Oh yeah, there we go. I can move this down.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
Okay.
Getting burned up and looked kind of hard over at Byron. But look at him, Mama. He's really, really scared. This time maybe he won't. Julieta, he's not that scared yet. Then Mama dropped the bomb on Joey beside. Don't you remember, sweetheart? Don't you remember when this happened last week? I swore to God that if Byron did it again, I would burn him. I will burn him.
Mhm.
What do you think? Do you think I should break my word to God? Joey was Joey was at the age when she really recognized she went to Sunday school 3 days a week.
All right.
3
No,
days,
go ahead.
huh?
Um, yeah, keep reading. Your reading is great. Keep going.
Huh. Honey, should I break the word to God? Wait.
Wait, does Mama want to hurt Byron?
No,
But why does she think she should teach him a lesson?
because she don't want him to look like him. I mean, she don't want him to look like her when she was younger.
Right, right. Yeah, exactly. So right now she's thinking, should I be good on my word and teach him a lesson or let him go? But she's really serious about not wanting him to burn up the house. No, mommy, Joey said. Then she scrunched her face up like she was eating something sour and cried out, since you promised, I guess you gotta do it. She took a giant breath and sobbed, go ahead, burn him up. Joey climbed off Mama's lap and Byron's eyes got bigger and bigger, but his traitor hands kept him pinned to the couch. But please, Mommy, don't burn him too bad, okay? Please, please. Joey was starting up again. Don't worry, sweetheart, I won't. I'm just gonna burn his fingers enough so he won't be tempted by fire ever again. All right, your turn.
Wait, those um, eh, wait,
Oh, up at the top.
those were like magic words. They snapped Byron right out of the spell Mama put him in. It was like his hand said, "Fingers." Did she say she was gonna burn someone's fingers? Because when they found out it was them, they were going to get burned. They let go of Byron's throat and joined the rest of his body and in
Deciding, nice.
to wait at bumped head,
Bumpheads, that's Byron's best friend, Bumphead.
Bump heads until Dad got home. Byron was fast. Mama was faster. He didn't even make it out of the living room before Mama tickled him. Mama sure he's a good athlete.
Great. Go ahead. You're doing great.
She sat on his chest. She sat on his chest and said, "Not this time, Buster. This time you pay." She said, "Burnish."
Busta.
Busta?
Yeah, Busta. They're writing it, the dialogue, like the characters are saying it. So since she's from the South, when Mama gets angry, she starts to talk with her Southern voice. So she said, Busta. Not this time, Busta. This time you pay.
Yeah.
Keep going. You're doing great.
Okay. Byron squirmed around from a second and then did something I'd only see him do a couple of times before he started crying. Mama lit a match and grabbed Byron by the wrist and said, "Put your fingers out." I couldn't believe it. By's fingers popped right out. He was hypnotized all over again. Mama, Mama, Mama,
Mama's horrible.
horrible snake woman voice came back, came out again
Nice.
and said, "If you ever," the matches got closer and closer to Byron's skin, brown fingers, skinny brown fingers. Play with no. If you ever even look at Byron's hand was shaking. At Byron's hand was shaking, and he was crying like a big baby, but but he but his fingers still stayed out. Another match in this house. No matches will get any get was The matches were getting closer and closer, and I knew Byron could feel the heat.
Mm-hmm.
I will personally
Personally. Yeah.
by myself. It was so close now. That's I that's I thought I thought
Mm-hmm.
I could hear the
Sweat.
sweat on Byron's finger getting turned into steam and going.
Terrific.
I burned
The phrasing, by the way. This paragraph had a lot of dialogue and description, and you were really good, Matthew, at going back and reading it like it was dialogue, and then reading the description like it was description. Excellent. It's okay to go back and reread a sentence if you feel like you want to understand it. Well done. Keep going. You're doing great.
I will burn. Wait, can't see. Wait. Is it away? Wait.
Can you see it?
No, because something on my screen is in the way.
Oh, the little screen share. Do you want me to move it up or down?
No, huh?
Do you want me to move it up or down or stay?
Stay right there. Yeah, I
Okay.
can see. Okay. I will burn. No, not just one finger. I will burn your entire hand, then send you to juvie home. Juvie?
Juvenile. Same thing. Yeah.
Home. Juvenile home. Wait, what is juvenile home?
It's a detention. It's like, I hate to say this, but it's a school prison for kids. You have to do something really bad to get in there, like light a fire, hit somebody, do all that stuff. Hey, did we have someone joining us?
Yeah, Jariel.
Jerry L, JD L, good to
Ooh,
meet
Jadiel.
you. Okay, is it Jerry L and JD
It's Jadiel.
L? Okay, cool. We're just reading chapter 4, where Byron is playing with the toy soldiers and lighting them on fire, and then Mama catches him and starts to punish him. Have you read that part? Hey there. Have you guys read that part on chapter 4 where Byron gets caught lighting up his toy soldiers in the toilet? And then Mama starts to punish him?
I think he's doing something.
Oh, okay. You know what? You just keep reading. Let's go back up just a little bit, Matthew. And okay, let's start with Mama's horrible snake woman voice.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Mama's horrible snake voice came out again and said,
Okay, actually, I'll pause for a second. Hey, JDL, could you put your microphone on? Also, you're sharing the screen. There we go. Nice. All right, we're at the part where chapter 4, Mama catches Byron dropping his toy soldiers on fire in the toilet.
Chapter 5.
Yeah. And then Mama is going to punish him by burning his fingers. And so we're right at that point. And we'll take turns reading. So Matthew, read this part where Mama is about to punish and teach Byron a lesson for lighting fires.
Mama, horrible snake woman voice came out again and said, if you ever, the matches got closer and closer to Byron's skinny brown fingers. Play with no. If you ever even look at Byron's hands was shaking and he was crying like a big baby by his fingers staying out under match in this house. The match was getting closer and closer, and I knew Byron could feel the heat. I personally, by myself, it was so close. Now that I thought I could hear the sweat on Byron's finger getting turned into steam and going. Psst.
Okay, nice. JDL, would you like to read the next part? Start with, I will burn not just one finger. Okay, I'll read this and then we'll just take some turns. I will burn not just one finger. I will burn your entire hand, then send you to juvenile home. Byron closed his eyes and screamed. Right when the fire was going to give him a good roasting, Joetta ran across the room and, sounding like that little engine that thought it could, she blew the match out before it got him. She thought she missed it though, because she stood there huffing and puffing and hooing at the match even after it went out. Mama's hand, Byron's finger, and the match were soaked with Joey's slob. Honey, we agreed, didn't we? Yes, Mommy. Joey looked down and said, but I thought you got him. Not yet, sweetheart, but I'm going to. 4 more times. Oh, Matthew, why don't you finish the sentence, the paragraph?
A paragraph?
Yeah, this part, the chapter.
Four more times, Mama list a match, and 4 more times, Joey protected them. Wait,
like blew it out.
Chewed them out. Finally, Mama got sick of having slob all over her hand and gave up. Is that? Wait, hold on. Can't see.
You're doing great.
I can't see. Okay, that's that. What the heck? What did I do down there? Go back up there. Wait, technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. That night, Byron had to deal with that. No punish?
No picnic.
No picnic, but a lot better ending to his
Nazi
parachute movie than Captain Byron Watson get captured and burned alive by the evil snake woman with his own flamethrower of death.
Excellent. All right. So based on that chapter, was Mom really going to burn his finger?
No.
Who
she got sick and tired of her hands getting slobbed on.
Yeah. And who would you say really protected Byron in this chapter?
Joey.
Yeah. Hey, JDL, unmic your mic. What chapter are you on?
I don't have the book.
Right. Have you read any of the chapters? You read, I think, 1 and 2 with me, right?
Yes.
Okay. How about right now? Matthew, you're welcome to stay. We're going to reread chapter 3 with JDL so he can get caught up on the reading.
Is that personality? The physical traits?
Good question. Having a good friend or, being popular, would that be a personality thing?
I feel like it would be like a physical trait.
You think so? Tell me how. How so?
I feel like personality traits are like something about yourself, really.
Okay.
Maybe like a physical trait can be like what other people see.
Oh, that's an interesting. Could someone be born with a popular, or do they kind of grow to be popular over, like, by what they say and do?
I guess the second one.
Okay, so that might be personality, just a little hint. Physical traits are usually what you're sort of born with physically. You can't control them. But personality and things like that, relationships, the idea here is for you to take notes so you can remember details about each character. How about her friend Marcia? What did Marcia look like? Today is May 26, 2020. This is 6th grade ELA, and we're doing a small group on the novel study of the book The Giver by Lois Lowry. What happens in the last chapter of the story? Can you give us a summary?
Well, Jonas goes on his own.
Yeah, Jonas leaves the community. So he's going to elsewhere.
Yeah. And he wished that he could have stayed.
We'll do that. What are some of the benefits of staying in the community that you can see or that Jonas sees?
He could have been with his best friend.
Okay. He has a best friend. Okay.
His family.
Yeah.
The giver.
The giver.
He could have learned more stuff.
Okay. He could have learned more. He had a life. He had school. He had a whole society he would fit into. So
Yeah.
what are some of the reasons why he decided to go to, we'll do here, elsewhere?
I think when I was reading about, I think it said that he was forced to leave.
And he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to release Gabrielle. They were going to, remember when they say release, they mean basically kill somebody. And he refused to release Gabrielle. So he had to leave because he wasn't following the rules of his job. You have one side of the coin is reading, and the flip side is writing about it. In social studies, you've been learning about the Mali Empire. And how do you pronounce this this leader's name?
Mansa Musa.
Mansa Musa. That's right. Go ahead, Matt, and share your screen with the assignment. And let's just go through it talking. And remember to write how you talk.
Okay.
A lot of the reading already.
Okay.
It's about to, okay, there it is. Classwork for 5th grade social studies. This is a ELA intervention group, online, remote. And they are putting together their notes in preparation for writing an essay about the Mali Empire. Fantastic. You're navigating Google Classroom and Zoom like a boss now. You signed up under student. Nice.
Are you joining a teacher's class? Yes. Google account.
Matthew, your learning habits are really good because probably for this next year and possibly for the up until through high school, you'll be learning this way with Google Classroom and online research. So I just want to say you've really grown a lot since March, and you've become a boss of your own research and learning. Acknowledge that for you.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Search.
Excellent.
Alright. We found a lot of stuff. Articles, yes. Oh, not a lot.
So what is your topic?
Religion.
Religion. Which one of these talks at least about Mansa Musa or the religion of Mali?
Right here.
Okay. Do you think that's a good one to select?
Uh-huh.
Okay, go ahead.
What? Yeah.
We have Jade and Matthew. We're talking about chapter 13 in the plot. As we read the next couple paragraphs, think about the details that create a rising action in this chapter. This is one of the trickier plot and literary details. We know you guys are very good at the exposition, the setup. You've identified the conflict. But now, as we read the next couple paragraphs, think about the rising action, how does the writer build more suspense and action in the next couple paragraphs? And we'll talk about that after we do that. Sound good? Okay. Matthew, you're up. And I want to give a shout out to Matthew on a subway participating in our class. You're up, Matthew. Read the next paragraph.
Which one?
Joe Collier had put up another sign.
Another sign on a giant tree. Warning, danger, no swimming. 6 lives been lost here. Bad drop off. Sign, Joe Collier.
Nice. Keep going.
666. Grandma Sands had.
I'm gonna project. Let's take a look at a couple quick words from the story. One was taped. This is going to be base word, and then we often add things to make meaning. So tape, let's say it together. Tape.
Tape.
And then taped.
Tape.
His hand was taped. Another one. Band.
Band.
And then bandage. If you add AGE, it's bandage.
Bandage.
Nice. Next one is fever.
Fever.
And then fever-ish.
Feverish.
Nice. And last one is button.
Button.
And then here's unbutton.
Unbutton.
She unbuttoned her coat. Oh, did I say ED? That means she unbuttoned.
He unbuttoned.
Yeah. Can you unbutton this for me? And then he unbuttoned his coat. There you go. All right, terrific. Betsy, do you have any thoughts or questions that before we go to class in the regular class?
No.
Okay, great to see you, and we'll see you at the ELA class, and you have a wonderful weekend.